Got your headset? Ready to get your head in the game? Here are some of the most exciting VR titles on the way in 2022. There has officially never been a better time to have a VR headset. Whether you play on Meta Quest 2, PC, or even PSVR, all kinds of new virtual reality games are on the way. Now, before we start, we just want to mention that we're only mentioning games here that we've seen a glimpse of footage of. GTA San Andreas has been announced and Assassin's Creed and Splinter Cell are still on the way, but we haven't seen them quite yet. So subscribe to Logitech G so you never miss another list, and let's take a look at some of the most exciting upcoming VR games for 2022. You might be waiting for an announcement of Cities Skylines 2, but this official VR version of the modern classic for the Meta Quest 2 headset is here to keep you occupied until then. Cities VR has everything we love about the original sim, but brings it to life from a whole new angle as we truly experience what it's like to live in these cities. Building is an intuitive matter of drawing roads and residential zones into life, and yet again it will be in charge of everything that makes a city tick. Which, when you can see it from this angle, might make you glad you can't smell the traffic fumes from that motorway. No wonder your residents were complaining. Once upon a time, there was an adorable mouse named Quill who had the most wonderful adventures, and thankfully she's getting a sequel this year. It looks like Moss Book 2 will be coming to PlayStation before it comes to PC, just like the first one, but it's brilliant to see Polyarch's bravest rodent making a return. Just like the first one, we're expecting more beautiful, satisfying puzzles to solve and thrilling sword battles before we reach a happily ever after. It was bound to happen. With Among Us reaching every platform ever, it was only a matter of time before we experienced space murder in first person on Quest. And don't be surprised when this is much scarier than you think. From a top-down perspective, you feel relatively safe looking for the imposter, but from down here, things might get significantly more like Alien Isolation. It's a lot easier to try and work out who the murderer is when you don't feel like a victim in a horror movie. The colourful tongue-in-cheek worlds of Job and Vacation Simulator look like they were just warm-ups for Alchemy Labs' newest VR game coming to PC and Quest. There are no hot dogs to serve or cars to fix here. Instead, Cosmonious High enrolls you as the new kid on a disaster-prone academic spaceship. Classes look like they would be complex enough without everything going wrong, and of course, it's down to you to save the day with a variety of absurd skills. Expect hilarity, brilliant characters, and total chaos. And did we mention brighter colors than your eyes can probably handle in VR? Given that Nerf is the word we use for when a video game gun has had its bullets turned to foam, we didn't expect to see a game entirely based around Hasbro's toy arsenal. But Nerf Ultimate Championship is here to show us otherwise, with colourful 4v4 multiplayer arenas and a choice of crunchy reloadable playthings. Nerf Ultimate Championship is heading exclusively to the Quest 2 later this year, so we can find out what it's like to be fully nerfed then. If you thought the world of Green Hell was stressful enough, yeah, the title is kind of in the name, isn't it? Then it's almost time to test your mettle in virtual reality on PC. This isn't just a quick reskin of the main game. Proper time has been taken to make sure that you truly feel like a part of the jungle. Whether you're crafting, desperately winding bandages to heal, or physically starting fires by rubbing sticks together, Green Hell is ultra touchable. Except this individual who probably doesn't want to be touched. If Cities VR appears a little on the complex side, Little Cities looks like a much more accessible construction sim to get to literal grips with. Describing itself as the cozy city creator, Little Cities looks a lot more like the original SimCity game, with familiar building designs and super satisfying straight roads. Even better though is that you aren't confined to the sky. VR means you can explore your city and even lean around buildings. Let's just hope you're invisible, because a Godzilla-sized you might just ruin any chances of tourists visiting. With last year's Half-Life Alyx, it feels like we're only just beginning to experience the true potential of full single-player experience in virtual reality. Vertigo 2 coming to PC is continuing the trend with a full interactive FPS journey that looks like a fully immersive world built specifically for the tech. The Lobo's sequel to the 2016 original takes place deep underground, and as satisfying as the gunplay looks, we also have a branching story that depends on our decisions and the chance to switch to teleportation if our inner ear can't take it. You can't get fairer than that. If the reason you don't have a real-life dog or cat is the amount of mess they make, well, ironically, House Flipper Pets VR is all about tidying up after four-legged friends. Just like previous iterations, renovation is the name of the game, and you'll need to keep your pets happy at the same time. Oh, and if VR cuddles weren't enough, this introduces the concept of furnables, where you grab and throw globes of furniture. Yep, it's our new favorite word too. And finally, we've got the first glimpse at an exclusive title for Sony's PSVR 2 headset. And we do mean glimpse. Guerrilla are giving very little away with this look at Horizon Call of the Mountain. All we know so far is that it will take place in the same world as Aloy's adventures, and we'll get to meet her. Phew. But we'll be behind the eyes of a brand new character. Guerrilla is working with Fire Sprite on the game, and it's specifically for the PSVR 2, which will have new sensory features to let us physically feel games in ways we never have before. Intriguing. So that's 10 of the most exciting VR games on the way this year. Let us know which ones you're most excited about in the comments below. Drop us a like if you enjoyed the motion sickness-free experience of the video, and subscribe to Logitech G for more videos just like this one. If you do already subscribe, don't forget to ring the notification bell so that you know exactly when our next feature looms impressively into view.